this my man shot cash. I will give him that, man. But
dang, man, I appreciate that because the people who know me now, they think I be lying about it. I can't wait till they see this too. They think I be lying about having a jump shot, but my man been witnessing it for years, so
I seen that
he ain't
up
lying.
close.
And we go at it.
We go.
Bro
No,
got a shot.
Yeah,
so.
y'all check out his behind the scene video. Man, we back with another episode of POPUP Podcast, episode 2. Man, we got a special guest today, man. It's the little bro, man. North's finest, man. That boy on that turf, man. Any green grass, man. My little bro, Tysheem Johnson.
What's up, my boy? Thanks for having me, my boy.
You already know, man. Hey, talk to me, man. How you been feeling, man? How life been going, man? What it's been like, just to be able to come out the city and doing the things that you're doing right now?
Life been going good, bro. Honestly, it's surreal just being like able to come out of North Philly, go to Oregon. Like little kids literally dream of like doing stuff like that, and I was one of them little kids who dreamed of doing this. So just to be able to do it, still be feeling crazy to me.
Man, that's what's up, bro. And it's just like, I'm happy about us being able to bring this into fruition. It's something that we talked about for a long time. Just being able to, just you being where you at now, even with the podcast, like, bro, we got to make this happen.
Fact.
But I just want to go back a little bit into, like, your childhood. I mean, a lot of people know where they see you at today. And there's a lot of people that, I ain't going to say a lot, but there's some people that have been following the journey since you started. But what was it like coming up in Philly, and how did you even start to even get into football and having a passion for the game?
I started playing when I was 5. So my uncle Nate, he took me. He used to just take me on the block, let me throw passes to him or whatever. He said my arm always was like crazy. So when I turned 5, he had took me up to the Nicetown Titans. Then I think I actually was too young. They made me come back like the next year. So I went there. I stayed there until I was about 10, 11. Then I went to the North Philly Blackhawks, where the real fun started happening. Then from there, just Newman Goretti, and then now I'm at Oregon. But just growing up in Philly, bro, I mean, you know how it is. It's like, it's tough. You got to keep your head on straight. Got to know what friends to not hang with all the time, what paths to go and what places not to go, what things not to do. So you got to keep your head on straight. And if you don't, like, you wouldn't make it where I'm trying to go. So I had to separate myself and move a certain way.
Facts. I mean, that's the only way to do it. But we ain't about to. I like how you just smoothly went past your youth career like it was just average. Tell them about what you was really doing out there, man. Like, listen, I was fortunate when we was working on your commitment video to be able to snag and get some clips of you at your Titan days. You running around with the red pants, jumping into the end zone like you always been doing at the high school, and we was able to paint that picture and show them like he been doing this. But before we even get into that, I see something that's, now you wear a 0, but really throughout, I mean, seeing at your younger days, you was wearing number 5. Where did they even spark from?
That's a good question. Honestly, I think when I first was playing, my first single digit was number 1. And then I think one of the years I couldn't get number 1. And I'm like, man, I'm going to just start with 5. Then I started when I was 5, kind of just stuck with me. And I tried to keep that same number for the rest of my career. Unfortunately, well, not unfortunately, because I like 0 now, but when I went to Ole Miss, somebody already had 5. And I had to get a different number. And 0 just different. It's like everybody didn't have it. It just became a number for real. Right. So I like to be different. That's exactly why I chose 0 now.
And did, like, the game of football, even when you came in that young, was it something like, was it hard for you when you first started? Or is it something that just came naturally to you? Like, when you got on the field, you just was like, I can do this.
No, it definitely just came naturally. We used to play throw up on the block, 28th Street, every day, all day, tackling each other on the concrete. We didn't care if it was snowing outside. raining, hell. We was out there getting to it. So just playing football, it was fun. It felt easy. Knew it was something I wanted to do, like as a grown up for sure.
And did the physicality or the contact ever, excuse me, did that ever bother you? Because I know like some people, they be street football all-stars.
Right.
It ain't no contact. You ain't getting tackled and everything. 1, 2, 3 hold, something like that. But you was always the fastest anyway, so ain't nobody really catching you. You ain't coming in contact with nobody. But was the physicality, did that bother you, or if that was just something like you was just naturally aggressive?
No, I think you know, growing up in the hood, you always fighting, you always getting cuts on your ground, falling, all types of just little dirty young boy stuff. So I kind of was used to the whole getting beat up out there because, like I said, we used to play tackle like on concrete. So like the physicality, it never was a problem. It actually translated from playing on the concrete. It actually translated to me playing with equipment on, because now I got equipment. It actually didn't even feel as bad.
And what made you feel like you needed to make that jump from the Titans and go to play for the Blackhawks? Like, what sparked that whole situation for you to even take it to that next level?
I think after we lost that last year with the Titans, we put together a squad. Like, that was our best team we had. Our last year that we lost to the Blackhawks in the chip. So I guess just in the off season, a lot of the Blackhawks coaches, they would just hit me up trying to say like, yeah, I think this is where you should be at. This is where they winning championships at. My uncle always wanted me to go play for the Blackhawks too, but I ain't never want to switch up on the Titans. But then it came about, I had to just make a business decision and end up being the best decision for me. Won the championship, won the city chip every year after that, got a national chip, so it was the best decision that I made.
And was that, I know Blackhawks and youth football, once you get to a certain level and you winning out, you're able to go to Disney World. So prior to you playing with the program, have you ever been to Disney World before?
No, we ain't never even make it past. We didn't even make it past the playoffs with the Titans. So all that was new to me. Starting to win championships, going to Florida, going to regionals, playing in -6-degree weather out in New York, Buffalo, like just doing all that type of stuff. I couldn't do that with the Titans. We ain't make it far enough.
You had to have some passion for this. I'm not paying in -6. I'm not recording in -6.
It's crazy because like my teammates from this game, they remember it was freezing out there. I was one of those kids who I was too heavy, so I had to like get on the sauna for like lose like 5 to 6 pounds before the game, all that type of stuff. So when we went out there, I went to make the kickoff. I think after that, I never played again. I was on the sideline cramping, full body cramp the whole time. Wow. I'm snapping on the coaches and all that. It was crazy, and it was freezing outside.
And what was the experience like to be in Florida? And because when you go out there, you're playing against people from the city that made it, but you're playing against talent from all over the world. Facts. So was that like a different wake up call to you? Because I heard like different, like them athletes in Florida and down south and all that, they eat, sleep, breathe football. You know what I'm saying? And we got to bring a different level of play when we come and see these dudes. So what was that was that a transition for you, or how did you adapt to playing against the best in the world at a young age?
It definitely was different than just playing your usual teams. You play in the city, you definitely gonna have a bunch of other kids who playing just like me out there. So it's like you gotta it comes to how good y'all playing as a team. It come down to stuff like that. And when we did make it to Florida, it's crazy because we actually lost our regional game to some team who had a nice receiver, nice quarterback, all that, and we still end up making it to Florida and end up beating a team that Walking Hornets. We end up beating a team that Blackhawks lost to, I guess, like last 3 years. So that just was crazy.
And what positions was you playing in youth football in Blackhawks specifically? What positions were you playing? Were you playing both sides of the ball? What was it like?
Yeah, I was playing both sides. I was playing running back. At first, when I got to Blackhawks, I was playing outside linebacker. And then my last year, they moved me to corner. So I was playing both sides of the ball, just trying to do anything to help the team for real.
And, I mean, you know, I done been fortunate to see, like I said, different highlights and stuff in youth football. I never got to really do nothing myself. That's something that, like, when we used to always come up to the park, and come up the rec, you say, dang, J-Do, when you gonna come to one of my games, bro?
Fact.
I be going crazy. And I said, little bro, I got you. But I was in school at the time, and part of me, I wasn't the J-Do films that you see today. I wasn't that nice. But I know that you used to get busy at running back.
Yeah.
Like, that was the thing. Like, what they would tell me before I got down, going to down 11th and Cecil B. Moore and really going down there, this was the word on the street. Give Tysheem the ball and just everybody go ahead and head down to the end zone. Is that true?
No, facts. That definitely was a thing. No, I played running back since I came out when I was 5 years old. Always been playing running back. I just now recently moved over to playing defense as I got older. It's only like my third year really playing defense.
And that kind of went in when you went to Newman, right?
Yeah. When I went to Newman, I played 1 year of defense as a freshman. After that, the rest straight offense.
And for you to make the choice to go to Newman, I can only imagine it was so many people banging down at your door, high school coaches, want to get in contact with your mom or coaches, and like, we want Tysheem at our program. If you remember, what was your top three, or who were you considering to go to high school with before you made the choice to even go to Newman?
Before Newman, it was either, I definitely made the top three. It was Newman, it was McDevitt, and it was Imhotep.
Shout out to Slew, man. Shout out to Slew, man. And shout out to Tep, man. Listen, either way it would have happened. Listen, McDevitt, I'm going to tell y'all this. If Baby Broden went there, y'all wouldn't have shut down. Y'all wouldn't have shut down. I'm going to tell y'all that. And then Tep, I just would have been cheating. But back to what you were saying. So what made Newman stand out over top of those programs?
Kind of so similar to what you just said. Like, for one, Tep was like I already knew they was like a powerhouse. I ain't the type to, like, I don't really like to join powerhouses. I like to make a team better. So when I stand out, I make the team look better. And it really came down to McDevitt or Newman. It was about which I had to pay more, because you got to pay for school at McDevitt and at Newman. So Newman, I mean, they both ended up giving me a free scholarship, full scholarship I meant. I ain't had to pay nothing. So I just had to basically make a business decision again. And I trusted Coach Albee, and we made history.
Man, history in fact. And I tell a story all the time. And another thing, before we get into the glory days of it and all this stuff, talk about your freshman season. Because a lot of people overlook that if they really didn't follow you.
Yeah.
It was another running back there.
Facts.
You wasn't. It was a wake-up call.
For sure.
You used to getting that ball all the time. You used to, and that's the difference between when you transitioning from youth to high school is a different level. And football is another sport of, like, it's boys to men. Facts. You get what I'm saying? Facts. Like, a lot of different sports is predicated on skill and athleticism, sort of stuff. And I'm not saying that it's not about that in football, but physicality is one of the biggest things. Because that's another reason why the NFL, college, you got to wait 3 years. Exactly. Because you got to come in that league grown.
Ready.
You're not playing with kids.
Facts.
Like, this is a whole different level. So how was your freshman year, and what was your transition like playing youth football, being a man, and then coming to Newman as a freshman and had to go through what you went through?
Yeah, so a lot of people don't know this, but my freshman year was crazy. When I first got there from playing running back, I'm thinking, I'm about to come try to get a chance to start, or I'm about to get the rock a lot. I'm doing good in workouts, the whole nine. Coach Albee ended up moving me to defense. Had me go with the safeties one day or whatever. This happened for a week straight. I'm like, man, I don't play defense. Like, why he got me over here? But at the time, we had Coach Flowers, and Coach Flowers, he was someone I always trained with. He been having me doing them drills that the NFL doing since I was 11, 12 years old. So it wasn't that big of a difference. It was just like what I was used to was running back. Right. So me and Coach Albee, we bumped heads a lot. He could even tell everybody. We used to bump heads because I'm like, I want the ball. But I had 3 senior running backs in front of me. They all was good. All ended up going to college. So it was like I played defense, and everything happened for a reason. That's something I kind of live by. Everything happened for a reason. Absolutely. So I ended up playing safety that 1 year. had 8 interceptions. Never played defense. Had 8 interceptions out there. Went all state as a freshman. Led the state as a freshman. I had 4 picks against Strawberry Mansion one game. So like,
wow.
yeah, it was crazy. I ain't even never think that I would be in a position to do something like that. I'm just used to scoring touchdowns. So I actually thank Coach Albie to this day that he made me play defense and let me learn the structure of it and the terminology of it before I end up like playing it at the next level like I am now.
Right. And what I will say is you made the transition look seamless. It wasn't though. Because I remember times where you like films is different. It's different technique, footwork. I mean, I got footwork because you got to have footwork to be a running back, to jump cut and do certain stuff. But I remember being on the sideline and I'm hearing them say orange and all these crazy stuff. I'm like, what is talking about, bro? Like, I don't know nothing about this stuff. But when you start to break it down to me, like films, that's different coverages inside of one set. And I'm like, okay, whatever that may be. But what would be your message to kids that may be in similar situations? Because, you know, every kid, I mean, you have a lot of kids that end up being like you, right? In the sense of where I'm saying, and I'm not just talking about here in Philadelphia. I'm talking about a lot of kids in the world that come from being the guy. I'm the guy. And then you get to the next level and you get a rude awakening. And that's the thing about sports. That's the thing about life. Adversity always gonna come, and it's about how you respond to it. Because it's 2 ways you can respond to any of this, anything in life. It's either you going to go at it full head steam, or you gonna run from it. You get what I'm saying? And whatever you choose to do, that's a decision that you gotta live with.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? So, what would be your message to kids that was in similar that may be in a situation like that, and knowing what you took that situation and turned it to gold, and where you at with it now, what would be your message to another kid that could possibly been in your same shoes?
Definitely a great message. A great message I got from a wise man before is you never arrived. And that's something that's basically like, no matter how big you get, no matter how fast, how strong, how much more talented you get, you never arrived. There's always a next step. There's always a extra level you could take to your game and bring to your game to bring it out of you. Like, so if you had that mindset of I'm always going to work, I'm always going to outwork the next person, no matter my role right now, because like, for example, like in college, we have people who never played a down, walk-ons, but grind their butts off in practice every day. And believe it or not, in the game, they end up playing. So I would just say, use the terminology like you never arrived, always stay grinding, and you never know what could happen if you just put your head down and work.
And by putting your head down and work, you double down with yourself. You trusted your coach to have the best interest in you. And that whole coaching staff was legendary to me.
Yeah,
like,
shout out to them.
Shout out to Norman coaching staff. Many different people in that organization played key roles with your development. My guy, what's my guy that do the strength? His son used to play.
Big Ryan.
Shout out to Big Ryan, man. That's my guy. He still be holding the student section down at the palestra. Nobody play with Big Ryan, man.
With Big Ryan.
Then my other guy, what's my other guy?
Coach DT.
Byron,
yeah.
Byron, that's my guy, man. He came through for us, man. Helped us in all of the stuff that we needed. My other guy, forget the DB coach.
Coach Keem.
Man, bunch of them. Albie, that's my guy. Through you, I was able to form a nice relationship with them because once you made it like, listen, I need Jado on this sideline because you know what happened after the freshman year.
Yeah, it was up.
It was the Tysheem Day Parade.
It was up.
Every day at the South Philly Super Site. Every day.
Legendary.
Just meet us in the end zone, man. Y'all know what's going on. And it didn't matter at that point because he was going back to running back. He was going back on the defensive side. And he was making it happen either way. And what I wanted to ask you was, because I was telling this story on the podcast that I was on, was that your sophomore year, the game you had, how many interceptions was that, 6 or 7? Or how many you had in one game? No, you had 7 touchdowns in one game.
Yeah.
How many was on the defense side of the ball?
I had one. It was one of them. So I had a pick 6. It
was versus Carroll too, right?
It was Bonner, yeah.
Bonner. So,
I had 6 touchdowns. I had 3 receiving, 1 rushing, a kick return, and a pick 6.
And I believe that game.
Did I? No.
And I believe that game was the game. If what you talking about, fellas? If I ain't mistaken, you had for the first play they kicked it off the y'all.
Yeah.
You took it to the crib, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like it was crazy. And I tell people about this all the time. I was recording it. I thought I was recording it. I had the camera. You hit this cut because once you start going up one joint, you hit that cut, it's over with. They'll never see you again. Yeah. You be right in the end zone. So you came to the sideline and everything you was like, films, you got that, John? I was like, when I found out that I didn't have it, once you did your celebration and ended, I pressed the record button and it started the vid. And I'm like, no way. I'm thinking I'm stopping this joint. I'm like, I don't know what I'm about to tell him, yo. So he went over there. He was like, films, you got that joint? I was like, yeah. I'm figuring that shit. Because I was hurt. I ain't gonna lie. I didn't care about the rest of the game. Because that's how I am. That's how mad I get about my craft. And I tell everybody else, I got all the other 6 touchdowns. I got everything else after that. But I didn't care about that no more. I missed one of them. One is like none. I didn't get nothing. So Sheem, that same night, Sheem ended up probably having to, man, he pulled the joint off huddle so people could see it. Right. He don't never go on huddle. Right off huddle. He went on huddle. It was like one of the best joints that he did. And I told people from that day forward, probably like, I ain't gonna lie, like, I ain't perfect. I'm a human being, but I'm one of the best because I don't miss nothing. You get what I'm saying? In that moment right there, and like you said, I'm a firm believer. That's how I live my life. Everything happened for a reason. It was a reason that I needed to miss that clip. And it was a reason that it was you. Because had it been somebody else, and I'm not going to sit up here and say that I show favoritism with different stuff, but it hit a little different with you. Yeah. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, I was able to get it back because you going to get more. But it's just like, dang, bro, he the best. Right. You can't miss the best.
That was crazy.
You get what I'm saying? Yeah. This is why he trusted in you. Like, I'm big bro, but still, I'm the best, and I missed it. So from that day forward, bro, that just really took my craft to another level. It's just like, I really make sure I hit that record button. Fact. And it just gave me a different level. But I always go back to that story. But what would you label? I don't know if that was your greatest high school game that you say that probably was, but what was your best high school game you think it was, or most memorable game to you where you like, dang, man, I remember this game like it was yesterday?
I would say actually my junior year versus Carroll, I had similar. It was probably about four touchdowns. It was about 4 touchdowns. But I ran 2, I caught 1, and I threw a touchdown pass too. So it was like a variety of just doing everything. And I think it was like a playoff game. I think that was probably my best game. Besides the 6 touchdown game, I would say the Carroll game for sure.
Because you got to show your versatility.
Yeah, got to show everything.
Oh, that's tough. And then, you went on to the rest from there was history. What was your career? What did you end like? I mean, I know the numbers and the accolades is retarded. I don't know, but what did you go on when it was all said and done and you put that helmet down? What was your accomplishments at New McGarretti?
For sure, I seen not too long ago. I was one of the players of the decade. So like that was definitely a good accomplishment. I went all state every year, all city. So I think I accomplished everything that I wanted to.
Right.
Besides, I didn't go like all American every year.
Right.
I think just my junior year, that was about it. So I pretty much think I had a solid high school career.
Right.
For sure.
Even though you ain't go all American, you were still able to go to the different camps and stuff and play against those type of guys, right?
Yeah. So yeah, I wasn't a big camp guy. I had every invite to all of them, to Rivals, to 24/7, to every camp and all that. I never was a big camper guy. I just was, y'all gonna see how I play on the field. Y'all go just cut the tape on. So I didn't really go to too many camps. My last year, I was going to go to the All-American one, but I just said, it was when COVID happened. So I just decided to go to college, start training, get ready for college, except for get the camp and the game and stuff.
At this time, we want to take a moment to shout out our sponsor. This episode of POPUP Podcast is brought to you by Pure Fuel. Pure Fuel is a no added sugar, plant-based energy drink. You can follow them on Instagram at Pure Fuel Sport and to purchase any of their products. The link will be listed down below in the description. On college, now on to the college. What was the college process like? You making a decision to end up going to Ole Miss, but prior to that, what was the process like leading up to it? Like I said, with high school, going from youth to high school, I know that the high school coaches was banging at your door. The stamp that you left in high school, now you about to go to college, they banging at the door. Now you receiving letters of mail. Now you going on visits and all this type of stuff. What was that whole experience like, just the process of you choosing the school?
That process is crazy. It's crazy. It's also draining at the same time because you got, at first, when you first get it, it's like, okay, it's lit. But after a while, you get 1,000 coaches calling you every day or whatever. You like, all right, dang. Now I'm going to have to really pick one because I ain't trying to deal with all of this type of stuff. So the process was crazy for me because I didn't know what school to go to because I didn't know what position I wanted to play. It was either I was going to go to college to play running back or go to college to play DB. So those schools were like separated. Certain schools wanted me to play defense. Certain schools wanted me to play offense. So that's kind of, I had to talk to myself like, dang, what I want to really focus on for the next 4 years of my career to go to the NFL. And so once I decided like the longevity and what I think I'm going to be best at with safety, I was like, okay, Ole Miss got the best plan for me. It's in the SEC. I built a crazy relationship with the coach, Coach Partridge. Shout out to him. And ever since then, it was like, that's where I feel like I needed to be.
And how big of a role did your family play in making that decision?
They played a big role because, like, going to Mississippi, it wasn't easy. You gotta think it's a lot of racism, all the negative things that, like, from that state, from just past years ago. My family could have just easily been like, no, son, you're not going down there. It's racism. I don't want anything happening to you or that. But they didn't. They actually took the time out to really, okay, let's sit down and really see if this is the best option for you. And they just supported me every step of the way.
And outside looking in, it could be different once you get inside of it.
Yeah.
And see, I mean, you know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Stuff be a little bit different than what you may think it is. And narratives change with certain stuff over time. But I know, like, your mom is somebody that's real, like your superhero, you know what I'm saying? That you look at her, like, you predicate everything you go out and do on the field is dedicated to her. And what made it that way? Why did you wake up? What day did you wake up, or when did it set in your mind, like, that the reason I'm doing this or the reason it's keeping me going for my mom? How did that all stem?
Growing up, just seeing her working 3 different jobs, like just busting her tail to do everything she can to provide for me and my little brothers. So it was just like, I know one day I want to be in position to take care of her. Like, she make sure we straight. We ain't got to worry for nothing. We was cool. We was in the trenches, but we was good for the most part. And just seeing her work so hard, it gave me a different type of motor. Like, okay, this is what hard work looked like. She never stopped. She never gave up. Never quit. Never said it was too hard. Like,
right.
She just put her head down and worked and made it right for her boys. So I'm gonna do the same for her now. So now it's my turn to provide.
And did that translate into your daily approach to how you go about things? 'Cause I know you say, like, her putting in the hard work, she ain't making no excuses, and that kind of just fit into who you are too.
Right.
So would you say that your mom kind of like molded you into like the young man that you are?
Yeah, for sure. And she probably don't even know it, but just seeing her, like, for her now, she do hair, but it might be some days she going to do hair at 7 a.m. and won't be done till 2 a.m. So that's literally like dedication if I never seen it. So it's just like, when I wake up and I'm tired of doing all the hard work we do with football, 'cause this ain't easy, I just think back to, like, my mom ain't giving up. Like, it's hard for her too. She still doing I don't even know how many hours that is, 16, 17 hours on her feet just braiding somebody's hair. So like she got the dedication and determination to do that and to be great at what she wanted to do, then I just look at it like I gotta take the same steps necessary to be great with what I want to do.
And that's Braids by Nate Loft, right?
Yes, sir.
Man, shout out to Braids by Nate Loft.
Go follow that.
Yo, follow that. Go get. Listen, she the best doing it, man. I done seen it, man. Braid all the way down to the floor from the top of your head. You feel me?
Shout out to my mom.
You won't be disappointed. She do got a process. You can skip the line too. If you coming like that, you can go ahead and get right in the chair. You hear me?
Facts. You want your hair done? Get that. Skip that line. You ain't even gotta wait.
You ain't gotta wait at all. But Ole Miss, what was some of the things that that you liked about the school and your time and that you was there? What were some of the great moments that you had while you was at the university?
Just building a bond with like different people and seeing how like no matter where you from, like you could probably connect with somebody from let's say Australia or like 'cause we had a kicker from like Australia or just players from all over the world. Like you could find one of your closest friends through the college process or just seeing different varieties of people, different races. And Ole Miss, it was different. It's way different than how Philly is. It's like slower, more country-ish. So it just opened up my eyes to like another type of world. Like it ain't just plain old Philly what I'm seeing. It was a different environment.
And how is the if you can share, because I know certain things may be confidential about how y'all go about things at certain universities and stuff. I'm saying just like preparation practices. You ain't got to get into specifics of like play calls and stuff like that. But what was the preparation? Like I heard a lot of people say like when you go to college, man, it's a whole nother level like of work. You thought you was working, and like your quote you said, like you arrived, like you ain't arrived like you think you have. You never arrived. So what it was like being in there and trying to adapt to again. Trying to compete with the best in the world because you come from being the best in Philly, but college is the best from Atlanta, the best from all over the world. You get what I'm saying? So how was you able to stay afloat and be able to compete and grind with those dudes?
I would say because I knew what I wanted. I wanted to come there. I wanted to start. I didn't want to be like I just came out to college just to. I'm happy to have. I play for Ole Miss just to say I play for Ole Miss. I didn't want that. I wanted to go out there, make a name for myself, put on for Philly, start. I wanted to do all that type of stuff. So whenever it got hard or whenever I felt like I'm gonna just give up or I don't feel like doing this, I just like no, I got a family to feed, I got a city depending on me. So that's just how I approach that.
And being like your seasons that you had there, how many you played there?
Two.
You played two seasons there. And be able to do your thing and really be able to see what that college life is about. Talk about it. What was it like going to go play against? Not everybody in the world can say they played against Alabama.
Facts.
You get what I'm saying? I heard some stories from different athletes and stuff like that. But what is that experience like running out that tunnel and take me through like what is it like coming into Bama, about to play a game versus them and about to run out the tunnel? What was your experience as a player?
My freshman year, we played them at they crib. That was probably one of the loudest stadiums I ever been in. It was lit. It was when our coach Lane Kiffin was like, "Get y'all popcorn ready." So we already had the buzz going into the game. It was lit out there. But I would say just playing Alabama is just different because it's like you grow up watching them beat everybody, and it's like once you get out there, like, oh, all right, they just like us for real, but how they operate was definitely to a different type of standard. The players they get definitely be top of the top. So we know at Ole Miss when I was there, if we won't beat Bama, then we ain't going to where we need to be. So that was probably the preparation going into every game, and they was definitely they probably was the best team I played every year at Ole Miss because we didn't have to play Georgia, so it was definitely different playing against Alabama.
And like you said, that's the top of the top. You viewed them as like we know all what Alabama is. How did you feel about yourself after you got off the field? Was it a sense of like, I maybe not know what this level like for real? Like I may not be able to be on this, or was it like, man, I'm here.
Yeah.
I see what it's like up close. Like I
Facts.
grew up watching them on TV. We don't all play college football on the game and stuff like that.
Right.
But I'm really right here in front of these dudes. Like I can look across the sideline and see Nick Saban. Like
Right.
it's real. You feel what I'm
Facts.
saying? So how did you feel
Facts.
coming off the field? Like feels like how did you feel on your on a personal level about your performance?
I actually that year I actually feel like I actually did good. That's crazy. Seeing Nick Saban on the sideline definitely was crazy. You like he ain't even that tall in person. He like same size as me. But just I think I actually kind of did good that year. My freshman year I had like 6 tackles. I started versus them. I pretty much did my job that game. So definitely afterwards I'm like, okay, we just played the best of the best. I know I could do this with any of them. Like stand 10 toes against any of them. They was the best that year. I think they go to the national. They probably went to the national championship that year, if I'm not mistaken. So,
and then you was able to, you know what I'm saying, that you put your time in there. You say you did your 2 years there. What was the process like? You transferring and going to Oregon. What went into that decision, and what made you want to take that leap? For you to part ways with Ole Miss and start a new journey.
Okay, so I want to say right after my my last game at Ole Miss, they decided to fire the whole coaching staff. They fired the whole defensive staff. And Coach Partridge, like I mentioned earlier, he was one of those, and he was kind of somebody who the whole defense we all was close with. He treated us like his own. So when he left, it was like, man, we don't really talk to like the whole offensive side of the ball. So it was like, all right, if he's leaving, I might gotta try to go somewhere with him. That's who I know. And I wanted to get out of Ole Miss. I wanted to run like a different type of defense. And then just the whole Oregon thing, it came out of nowhere. They was, I want to say, when I did hit the transfer portal, they was probably on my top from the very beginning. That's how I kind of knew, like, okay, this might be the place to be for me. Like, I wanted to go there growing up as a kid, but just the consistent hit me up and the consistent love they was showing me, I'm like, okay, this is where I want to go. Then I visited, and it just all made sense.
And have you, prior to you visiting, coming out the transfer portal, did you ever visit straight out of high school?
No.
What was it like to see the be down in, it's Eugene, right?
Yeah.
What was it like when you first stepped on the campus and seen it?
It's legendary. The whole is legendary. The facility we drive under is like parking. You go under like you at a hotel or something. The facility is built like a hotel. I would say like we got pass codes to get up our elevators. It's just like dang, this really a college facility. It's the best I ever seen. Sponsored by Nike. Got every type of jersey, cleat, anything you can name of. I mean, y'all can look it up on YouTube. I know everybody already seen it, but seeing it in person is just like,
so it's everything
really crazy.
Is everything
I've seen on the YouTube videos? That's really is real.
It's advertised.
Yes, it's advertised for sure.
And then it got to hit a little different. Like again, we from Philly. You don't hear about people in Philly going to Eugene and just being there, and you're going there to pursue your dreams and continue out your career and stuff. You're getting a full scholarship and things like that. So that got to hit a little different.
Right.
And then I see when you went on a visit and stuff like that, you did the photo shoot. How was that for you? I see you on the bike, the coach was right there with you, y'all throwing up like that was hard. And then you had your homies with you and everything like that. What did that how did that all what did that mean to you?
It meant a lot. Definitely, I was able to take one of my close friends out there with me. And just putting on the jersey, actually, for the first time, really seeing it was like, dang, like I'm really about to be an Oregon Duck. Something I done dreamed of since I was probably 8 years old, just seeing D'Anthony Thomas, seeing all the jerseys, the fire jerseys they had.
Yeah.
It was just like surreal to me. And that moment, I'll never forget it.
And for you to have your boy out there with you and all that, to be able to experience it with you, how much does that mean to you to be able to have the ones really be able to enjoy the success with you? You know what I'm saying? Because y'all didn't, you'll be lying if you said that you woke up when y'all was kids and be like, yeah, we gonna be in Oregon and all that. And that's not to say that you didn't have the motivation or end up start putting it in your mindset once you start really getting close. Like, yeah, we can be this one day. But when we a kid in Philly, man, we think about we going to the rec. You know what I'm saying? Y'all might go to the Pearl. So yeah, like it ain't like, yo, like Eugene. Like how many hours is the flight?
It's no straight flight. You gotta take connected.
Oh.
So one of them be like 5. The other one might be like 1:30.
So that's
It
like
all
6 hours and 30 minutes all
Yeah.
together. You across the whole side of the
Literally
world.
across the world.
And you there with your guys and everything like that. So how does you being able to enjoy this success with your peers and bring your guys along? What is it like for you to be able to share your career and success with the ones that you love the most?
No, for sure, it definitely feel good. Because they the ones who've been there from the jump. They've been there, seen the grind, and seen the 6 a.m. workout, seen the we ain't doing this tonight, bro. I got workouts in the morning. They've been there and been there to see the whole process of me. So just to have them with me, like not at the top yet, but just on that level, it just make me feel good about myself and know, okay, I gotta just keep this up, and me and the fam gonna be straight.
And how important is it to you to because not everybody can say they got a good support system.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You know, some kids come up, they may got put under their wing by their coach.
Mm-hmm.
They may, and not to say you done had a lot of great coaches that been able to be in your life. Blessed
Right.
for you, it be happening, but you also got family to rely on as well. So how important it is to you to be able to have a great support system?
Oh no, I mean a lot, because you never know. Like, yeah, the life is good, but you never know when you're gonna have down moments in it as well. So just having a great support system to always be in your ear, or to know you could go to them when you having troubles with football or just anything, because athletes go through a lot that everybody don't know of. So just having a great support system to be there for you whenever you need them, to be there through the good times and the bad times, is definitely great.
And what is it like? I mean, I follow the fam and the ones that do take the trip and be able out there to go to your game. What is it like to be able to be out there doing what you love and then look up in the stands and see the people you love?
Oh, it make me happy. It make me super
He
happy.
told, it make me happy.
Just look, I can look up, I can make a play, look in the sidelines, and then wave at my mom. Like,
That's hard, bro.
it's
That's
lit,
priceless,
bro.
man.
Like, just them priceless moments right there. She taking the time out of her work schedule, and she probably can't even make it, or she probably can't on her schedule, but she always find a way to make time. So just to see her and the other family members that come to the game is just priceless moments, like you said.
Like, do it make you go harder?
Yeah, for sure. It actually had be like, no, I can't mess up. They about to see it, like. But for sure, it definitely make you go harder. You want to always put on for the family.
No, that's 100, man. And your family, bro, they, I know, like they be behind you with a lot. Like just the son that's small is just like, I ain't gonna say it's small because it was major for you to come back to your youth football field that you played at,
Right.
and to be able to do your commitment there, man. Like one of the parts that sent chills to my body is when you would sit down with your mom and them, the kids was climbing up the gate.
No,
Like,
facts.
I remember like the picture or the video somebody had. You was sitting at the table and like all the little kids, like they just wanted to see, like, yo,
Yeah.
man, like
Right.
you like this hero. You get what I'm saying?
Facts.
Like, cause bro, when the kids get to see somebody that look like them, talk like them,
Facts.
come from the same places like them, bro, it make it possible
Right.
in a city that it ain't possible.
Facts. And
Like-
it's crazy because that was my goal, to do that too. I want everybody from the city of Philly, the kids who play for the Blackhawks, the Aztecs, the Titans, to know, like, it's definitely, like, we definitely could make a way out. We just got to push and keep grinding. So going back there, it was like, it just made the most sense. That's where I did a lot of my damage, got my name rose to the ground up from. I just wanted to show them, like, y'all could do this too. Y'all just got to put y'all mind to it.
And who is somebody that you been, cause man, just like everybody got an inspiration and everybody got somebody that they like, I wanted to do this cause they did it. And it's fine. Everybody inspires somebody and stuff like that. But who is somebody, but you've been on top for a long time. And you inspire kids. So who if you had to say, or if it's people, or it could be NFL people from the same, who is somebody that you looked up to and maybe that it got your inspiration to want to get into the like keep going through with the game?
Man, that's a good question, bro. Cause I don't know if I actually had like through the position changes and stuff like that. I don't think if I had like just a certain person, but anybody who came from like the city of Philly that made it, I always paid attention to what they did, if that makes sense. So, for example, like the DJ Moores, the DeAndre Swift, like this year we got more people from Philly going. So, I just looked at them and was just like, okay, they did everything right. Like we had the same high school coach, Coach Albee. He'd tell me never had problems. They never did this or it never was this. He always had a list of things that certain players that was great didn't do. So what I try to do is make sure that I didn't do the same mistakes that they did, or anything that they did good, I tried to mimic it and work as hard as just the people that's successful. I won't say I had a specific person that was like, oh, I just want to be like them, but anybody who did it right, that's what I strive to be like. And
when you get to see those other people that come, like I said, look like us, talk like us, and get to see that they being successful with it, and then you follow right in their footsteps, and now you the example that the kids looking up to. What is something that you had to share with the younger generation that's watching you do it and giving you a purpose to continue on and show them that like it is light at the end of the tunnel. You can be from around 28th Street or walk through the Rec, the King Center in North Philly, and be walking in the stadium at Eugene. You could do it too. Right. What's your advice to the young ones coming behind you?
Definitely never lose sight in the your end goal, and never stop working, because it's going to be trials, it's going to be tribulations. It might be some adversity that you never even thought of even come up in your life. Like somebody could happen, like a family member could get sick or just anything of that nature, but you can't let that affect where you want to go or affect how you're going to approach everything. You got to take the adversity and learn from it, and always just learn from your mistakes. Never lose faith, and I'm going to go to the NFL or whatever you put your mind to. Just never give up on it, and if you chase your dreams, then you're going to get what you deserve.
That's a fact. You always going to get what you deserve when you do it for the right reasons, when you do it with the right people. Facts. And you got good intentions. And when you put hard work first, you're just going to reap the benefits of what come out of it. And that's just the whole testament to where you be able to get, where you've been able to take yourself, your family. Now with college, you a brand. You know what I'm saying? Like you got to make somebody want to believe in what you got going on. But you got to show up the work and put the work in, and then everybody else going to follow.
Facts.
Now, before we finish up, man, I'm going to slide this over to you. I want you to look at this. You tell me about this. What's that about? What's that about?
How he even get this, yo?
I want to know. I want to know. The people going to see it. The people going to see it on the screen. What is that about? Just start.
Honestly, if I'm being completely honest with you, I don't even remember. I don't even know. But when they see it, I had a basketball in my hand. For the people who really know me, they know my shot is cash. Like, I ain't going to sit up here and cap to the people. Everybody know Tysheem that be up the Rec, he got a shot.
Absolutely.
There's no cap.
He would never play 5-on-5s with us. Like, you would never see me get on the court and check rock. But if you want to shoot that basketball, 2-ball, taps, 100.
Whatever I want to do shooting wise, we can do it. I ain't laying the ball up. He not trying to play 4 games, none of that. I just want to sit in the corner and shoot.
Like this, my man shot cash. I will give him that, man. But
dang, man, I appreciate that, because the people who know me now, they think I be lying about it. I can't wait till they see this too. They think I be lying about having a jump shot, but my man been witnessing it for years, so
I seen it up close.
And we go at it.
Bro
got a shot.
Yeah,
so.
y'all check out his behind the scene video. We done had wars. He know what this be about, and y'all gonna see more. It's cool, but That's what it be about. But man, listen, man, we wrapping up a great episode, man. Had little bro come up here, man. He don't do this often, man.
Shout out to J-Do, man.
And I'm just glad
Really,
he was
that's
able.
my boy.
You already know. I'm glad he was able to do it. This sandbox work. We done seen the same walks of life and took different paths and still find a way to be successful, man. So if anything you take from this, man, just never think the moment too big. Never think that you'll arrive. And just go about your life the way that you should be, man. It's a wrap and keep it true.
Facts. Keep it true.